Good morning and welcome to the Skeinz Diaries. You are with Maree. This is Thursday, the 22nd of September, episode 195, and I am so sorry for the delay. I'm actually on a different computer, which is why my picture might appear a little different. Um, and of course, I've never used the streaming software on this computer before, and it's like signing into Fort Knox. And I thought I had it sorted, but no. So sorry, that's why it's been a delay of 10 minutes because I've been trying to, put my non-computer person brain on and try and get it all together. Well, it's good to know. Thank you, Tabitha. So I've got YouTube working, so that's a start. And hopefully the Facebookers will be here too, which will be great. So come on, pile on in. I am so sorry that I'm late, but I'm here now, so it's the best news. And I've also, good morning, Jeanette. Thank you. Facebook's up and running as well. Great news. You would have seen, I have already sent out a newsletter this morning. I got really excited actually. We had a Knit Pro order that arrived in, it's actually been coming in dribs and drabs over this month. And I actually noticed that we had some bags and stuff that came in at the end of last week, which hadn't yet been loaded up on the website because we've had so much stock arriving. And some sets, a set's been restocked, which was sold out, and another new set came in. I thought, perfect timing. Absolutely perfect timing with the birthday sale because it means this brand new stock, first time online, you're going to get the discount on. Yee-ha! So I thought I would show you some of that stock today. I'm going to show you my new dip and I'm going to show you the progress so far on my jumper. So buckle in, we're going to get that. So bottoms up, I'm absolutely parched. Peter got back today. We haven't had our Peter here for 2 months, so we got to catch up with him this morning. So we had a big catch up and meeting with him. It was very exciting. Right, I'm going to kick off with my progress because there hasn't been much, I'm afraid to say. I'm knitting Fox Bay, of course, by Erica Knight, available from rowan.com. The link for that is in the show notes for this. Oh gosh, and I've even thrown this in here mid-row. What would Ethan say? Hold on, should we finish the row so then I can actually show you what I'm needing to show you? I have to say I am really enjoying knitting this. It is going so fast. I am loving it. Absolutely loving it. I'm doing mine in Vintage Abroad DK. Even though the pattern is written on a 4.5mm needle, I think in Ravelry it refers to a 10-ply yarn. I really wanted to use Vintage Abroad. I have swatched both 10-ply and DK. I like the lighter fabric with the DK. The nice thing about Vintage is because it's a nice smooth four-fold twist with a little extra higher angular twist there, is it means that it will actually cope with being at a slightly looser gauge. I do get gauge with this, which is good news. It's always good to get gauge, is it not? So I do get the 20 stitch tension gauge. So it really depends on you. If you want to knit this in the Vintage Abroad 10-ply, by all means, and you will get a beautiful lush dense fabric. I've opted, because it's got so much positive ease, I have opted for the DK just to give me a slightly lighter fabric because I can see this being a cardigan that I would wear transitionally. So it just, it's not quite as heavy to knit. So this is where I'm at. So this looks like a big V-neck, which it is. Ta-da. So when worn at the front of, when this is worn at the front, this is going to be a V-neck. When it's worn at the back, it's a deep V in the back of the shoulders. I'm just down to the last 2 decreases on this edge before I head into shoulder shaping, which she is doing using short rows. I actually had someone ask a question about that. I saw that on the speakeasy the other day around short rows. And essentially what that is, for those that don't know, is you work down part of the way in the row, turn around, do a U-turn and go back up. And so you're actually creating more fabric or a wedge in one area of your knitting, which this will be doing. So I'll be going down as I start on a purl row, I'll go down, do a U-turn, turn around, come back up, and I'll be going, and that will be creating a wedge like this, which will give me my shoulder shaping. So that will mean I'll have a beautiful cast off edge. So when I go to sew this up, it will look really neat and tidy. Because let's face it, how many times have you done the shoulder shaping and the shoulder shaping is done right at the cast off time? And you get, it doesn't matter how tightly you bind off up here, you still get that huckery sort of stepped big thing. I mean, it looks really. Whereas this won't do this because it'll be short rows. So that's where I'm up to. So with any luck, I'll actually get a crack at this tonight. And then I'll get onto the other side, and then that's the back done. So it's really exciting. I may not tonight because it's my husband's birthday tonight, and so I think we're going to be having a little birthday celebration at home with, nice meal and stuff. It looks so fiddly. It's not. Yeah, well, it does look fiddly, but it's not fiddly. I actually like short rows and shoulder shaping. This is a drop-shouldered cardigan, so I'm predicting there's not going to be a tremendous amount in there. Probably only backwards and forwardsing 3 or 4 times, just enough to give you a nice gentle slope. So that's where I'm going with that. So if you guys have cast this on, I hope you are going well with it. If you haven't cast it on and you're looking for a fun project to do across the autumn/spring, honestly, fabulous. The other yarn I was thinking about with this, and I am really, really loving it, really enjoying it. The other yarn I think this would be amazing in is Kelly & Co. I just think it would look incredible. And we do also have this really gorgeous 10-ply if you're wanting to do it in a 10-ply. That's still on sale. I think it might be sitting just under the 10-ply category or Skeinz Originals. I think it's like $4.95 a ball or something, and that would look amazing in that. So good. So that is where I'm at with my Fox Bay. I'm really, really really good. Oh, when you don't do the short rows and you have to cast, yes, Tabitha's just saying it is fiddly when you don't do a short row and you just cast off the X number of stitches. Yeah, it is fiddly. And I always, there's that hole that you get, when you step it, like, so you've gone down and you've bound off so much and then knit on, gone back, and then you bind off again. And it doesn't matter how tight you turn it, whether you twist that stitch, knit into the back of the stitch, whatever jiggery pokery you try to do, you still have either a little hole or a little nub at that portion. And when you go to mattress stitch, I've shown you mattress stitching when you stitches are in this direction, and it's easy peasy. It's like lacing up boots, right? And you sort of upside back round and you pull it together and together it goes. When you're doing it at the top of your stitches and your stitches are in this like this, and you're actually mattress stitching in this direction, so you're sort of going in this side and then a crossover, then across one, then back up, then across one, then back down. So you're actually then merging those stitches together like that. So you really do want to have them all nice and lined up. And then you end up with this huckery sort of stitch at the end, and it doesn't matter how neat you try and do it. It can look, yeah. And Jeanette is dead right. Then the 3 needle cast off is a nice even seam, and you are dead right. And quite often I end up doing just that. Actually, so a lot of them will do, and I actually got a funny feeling I haven't read through the instructions yet. She may end up doing a 3 needle cast off. Do you know what I've done, Jeanette? I have gone to the stitch below. Have I got a cast off edge there to show you? No. Oh yeah, actually, maybe I can show you on the. Can I show you on the swatch? Yeah, so imagine you've got your cast off edge there, and it's all cast off. I've actually gone into the very first clean row underneath that cast off edge, and I've actually gone in and with a fine needle and just wound through it and picked those stitches up and set them live on a needle with the cast off stuff there, and done the same on the other side. And I've actually 3 needle bind off that way, which you may say to yourself, geez, Maree, why have you done that? And what ends up happening is you'll end up with the two cast off pieces like that, with a third piece across the bottom on the seam underneath. So it's quite a bulky seam. You wouldn't be doing it with a much, much bulkier yarn. However, if you're doing a DK or finer yarn, it actually gives you a bit of structure to the shoulder. I have been known to do that before. But yes, I do see a 3-needle bind off is great. If you don't know what I'm talking about with a 3-needle bind off, that is when you've got your two sets of stitches which are live. You apply that, you sit the two of them together, and essentially you are binding off with the wrong sides facing, knitting two together and binding those off that way. So when you flip it back round, they all just marry themselves together. I have to admit, first time I ever did a 3-needle bind off, I thought it was the sexiest thing ever. I mean, I'd been knitting for years and years and years and never heard of the thing. And I can't remember what it was. It was what would have been a baby pattern. It was something, but it had a very, very straight seam, shoulders. It was like very straight. And that's what it used. And I just thought it was so sexy. Anywho, that's what I'm up to. That's where I'm up to with that. And because I'm into the color theme of the Diva that you saw there, I thought I would just show you. We do have some of this. This is the jelly donut. The jelly donut. So this is on our Orb Fine base. It is utterly delicious. It is showing quite blue on the camera. If I pull it back here, it actually looks a little bit more pink. But it is like the Diva. It is this beautiful orchid pink, orchid or fuchsia pink, really orchid pink. It's fabulous. Lovely washed shades. If you're still looking for something for the Stephen West MCAL twists and turns, definitely consider this, and then you can mix it with Orb Fine. Looks amazing, incredible. Or actually, don't be afraid to mix it up with Baby Bandit. Looks great with that too. But I mean, personally, I think I put out Venice and I think I want to put Venice and Shiraz out as options for Orb Fine, which was very safe. Personally, just looking at it, I think actually Sprout. Such a contrast. I think Sprout would look amazing, and potentially even Shale. Yeah. Good. So good. These are still available. 338 meters per Skeinz, superwash merino. Once it's gone, it is gone. More dips are coming. We just need to get them. We've got some more DK dips coming, actually. Two new ones. One of them's super pretty, really pretty. It's not themed. It's called Witch's Brew, but it is amazing. I hope, fingers crossed, I will get that up before the end of play today. Looking at doing another one tomorrow, and potentially even a third one again on Saturday before the sale concludes. Not that it matters, because the dips obviously are going to be available all the time, but if you're picking up other sale bits and pieces, it makes sense. Don't forget, if you are spend over $100, we've got two massive prize bundles, both worth over $400. They both contain a knit pro set. They both contain a full garment lot of Kelly & Co. to go with the new entwined pattern from Wiseowl Knits, Cheryl Beckerich, and that is live now. You can purchase that online and get 10% off that pattern, as well as a few dips, exclusive dips in there too. So it's a really incredible bundle. We have a separate bundle here for in-store, as well as a separate bundle for online. So that is wonderful. Oh, Kate, Kate is just saying she wants to thank so much to Claire for all her help getting her order sorted. You are most very welcome, Kate. You're most very welcome. I will let you know. And I could hear her getting it sorted for you, so that is awesome. Yes, so it's good. So, Knit Pro. Let me show you the Knit Pros. Firstly, we have these back in stock, and I'm not going to open it because it's all nice and sealed. This is the Symphony Rose sets. We had these, they got all sold out when we had a wee gift with purchase on them. They're the beautiful Symphony, beautiful rosewood, rose gold metal fixtures, utterly stunning. If you're wanting a gift for yourself, or you need to self-buy your gift because the significant other person in your life doesn't buy the right thing, I think this is a great gift. These are now back in stock. So we've been waiting for those to arrive, and they now have. Now, if you buy these, the Symphony Rose set, and you're using the birthday coupon, just the word birthday, to get your 10% off, you get pretty much $20 off this. So that is a really good saving. So definitely worthwhile doing that. But this is the other one I wanted to show you. I've had people, you may have noticed I'm also starting to concentrate a little bit more on designs and patterns, also knitted in the flat as well as in the round. It's always so much of the new work happens in patterns top down in the round, but we are certainly noticing a movement. When I say we, the royal we, I mean Ethan and I, are noticing that there is actually a move back to some patterns knit in pieces, which we are both really, really happy about. He's especially happy about. There is actually some benefits for design and structure and shape that you can achieve with patterns knitted flat versus knitted in the round. And of course, often we concentrate on, because we've been knitting in the round, we've been using these wonderful circular needles and the cables, but there is still a place for straight knitting and straight needles. And I've just knit, I knit the Point Judith pullover, which is that beautiful cabled pullover I did last year in the Vintage Abroad 10 ply, which I did for my best friend. Now, I knit that entire project on straight needles, and I did it primarily because I wanted to prove to myself that, actually you can still do that, and that's the thing. So this is the new set that has also just arrived, and we've gotten these in. We only have these needles available in sets. We don't have them available originally. Look at that beautiful black jacquard case. And these are, there's the little desiccation sachet. Two of them. Look, two for the price of one. The new Symphony straight needles. And so if you're looking for these are beautiful, smooth, laminated waxwoods that are absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Everything there. If you're getting to a point where you've got 1,000,001 straight needles and they're anything like me and they're all sitting in an old whiskey container, tube, and you can never find the sets, and you can never find a pair, and you can never find what you want, and they or the other thing I have, because I keep those, it's where I keep my straight needles, and they're sitting on a shelf. I've gone to pull out needles recently, and they have tooth marks all through them from a certain feline in our house. Yeah, it's frustrating. And I think you do get to a time in your knitting life where you just need to go, actually, no, I'm a grown-up now, and I would like to have all my needles beautifully in one place where I can find them, and they're protected and they're gorgeous, and I never have to worry about children or dogs or kittens or anything. And they're fabulous. Yes, Jeanette, cats do love needles. I have learnt that the hard way, because I have a mixture of needles. I have everything from nickel to wood to what else do I have? I have nickel, I have wood, I have everything. I have a mixture of everything. And they go for them all. If they're circulars and they're metal, she will chew the cords, because that's that sort of animal that she is. And then the wooden needles, I've also got our Skeinz wooden needles. She's chewed the tips on those. So this comes in its own case. And it is gorgeous. I think the normal price on these, I think these were $86.90, I think, but they've got 10% off as well with that birthday code. So those are new and just arrived in store. We also have the Zing version of these. So if you prefer a metallic needle, the beautiful Zing aluminiums, we have those as well as the Symphony woods. So those are all loaded. If you go up to the Knit Pro category page, I've made sure I put all the sets in the bags at the top of the page to make them easy for you to find. Now, the next thing I wanted to show you is a bag. So you know how there are people in the world who are shoe people, and then there are people in the world who are bag people. I'm the latter. I'm a bag person. Shoes, I couldn't give it. I mean, I'm a, trust me, you do not want to see the shoes I'm wearing today. I'm not a shoe queen. Never been a shoe queen. I don't mind a pair of shoes, but for me, shoes are something that, need to be comfortable and, I don't mind it. As long as it's shiny. I do quite like a shiny shoe. Anyway, what I do love, and my absolute downfall is a beautiful handbag. I'm a purse girl. I'm a purse princess. Absolutely, hands down. Yes, it is a thing. It is an addiction. I have to really rein myself in. And I love old vintage purses, and I love little bags. Like even things like project bags. I mean, this is one of the beautiful bags from Solange, from Fantail. It is honestly, it's it, it's a thing. So then these arrived. So I've loved the Knit Pro bags. You've probably seen we've had the Bloom clutch, and we've had the Bloom, I think, shoulder bag and little wrist clutch. We've had those in stock. Just Claire has ordered these. Look at that. Oh, all your bits and bobs in it. Isn't this? So this is this is called just I think it's called the Snug shoulder bag. $89.90 is its normal price, but I just wanted, so that's one I just grabbed off the display. See, the girls make the display, I just for it. I'm just going to pull this one out. They all come in their nice little zip up, lock up. So this is the bag there. Beautiful felted feature down the bottom here, but it's the internal workings I wanted to show you. Look at that. Beautiful, soft interior. Now, this is what I love about this bag. So this bag is designed to be, to anybody who isn't a knitter, they'll look at this and go, "Oh, nice purse." But see, we're knitters and crocheters, and so we understand that a purse is never just a purse. So on the inside, what it has is it's got spaces there, as you can see, to put your needles or hooks or pens if are not a knitter. You've got a gap there for other notions or your cell phone. Plus there's a side zip pocket here to keep everything kosher. We've got a little hook in here. There we go, a little hook in there. And I did read what that was for, and I've forgotten. Let me tell you what it's for. Is it going to tell me what it's for? There we go, the Snug collection. Hello, what is that nice little thing for? It is... Oh, just for miscellaneous things. I think it's and to secure things, but that's there as well. What I love about this one is this could double as your everyday handbag, but you can pop a project in here on the go, still have bits on the side, and it's a decent size. So it's not full tote size. It's what I call a really, really practical size. So you could get your your whatever your travel project is. For me, it's actually, I've got a Niata, which is my sort of project on the go, and you could go and whip away with that. So that is the Snug. I just think it's gorgeous. It is now up and live. This is the one I am really jonesing over. It's a wee bit bigger. There it is there. It's called the Bloom Doctor's Bag. And this is why I'm so excited about this bag. And I'm just going to do this because the others are all... It zips, and I'm just going to, and everything, and pray that nothing falls out. So this is why it's special, because the whole thing zips out. And it has, when I undo it, as you can see, Kathy, we've been putting your magazines to good use. The wonderful Kathy donated a whole bunch of magazines, which we've been giving away. We've also got some full ones that have been part of prize bundles. So it is multi-layered. This thing is the noise, the absolute noise. So what you would do with this is your... If you, Kathy, you've got the doctor's bag. It is fabulous. If you were somebody actually who lived in an apartment, or you had very limited space, or you were traveling a lot and you wanted to literally have your full little kit and caboodle, you could create with this bag all your knit necessities in one location in this bag. So you could have all your needles, all your notions, and get a small project in here. No worries. So then if you're really tight on space, so if you're like camper vanning or caravanning, or you in a small location, tiny homing, you could have all your knit necessities in this bag all together. Fabulous, easy peasy, and it will travel wherever you go because it's got all your space. You've got like hooks there for needles, you've got pouches, you've got bags. Then you've got this divider and this lovely deep pocket on the other side. So that deep pocket is large enough to pop a small amount of stash. You can put your project in there that you're working on. You can, if you've got other needle sets, you can have that in there, whatever it may be. But this, for me, is the TARDIS of bags, and it is just wonderful. I think it's really wonderful. And with the zips up the side, and it just keeps everything together. It's got this beautiful, funky denim look with the bloom handles. I'm very excited about this bag. In fact, I'm so serious. This could be the Christmas present to myself, to be brutally honest. I love it. So that is the Doctor bag, and that has just come in. Normal prices, essentially $100, $99.90. You'll pretty much, with the 10% off, get $10 off that. Easy. So those are all up there now. Kathy's saying used it at home for all her tool storage. Everything sits there except the needle sets. Yeah, exactly. It as a tool storage bag, I think this rocks. Absolutely rocks. I've got it like actually a little, oh God, I've got things everywhere. It drives me crazy, but this would just tidy it up no end. For travel, it would be brilliant. If you're wanting to travel, you'd be able to get all your projects and everything in there. It really is quite fabulous. So in the newsletter that you will have in your inbox, this is what I'm talking about. The biggest things are that you need to do is you need to look at making sure that you've got that code entered. Birthday. Got to get that code entered. Deborah, the dips have all been pretty, but I'm holding out for one that is dark and dangerous. Well, Deborah. We've got one that we looked at on Tuesday. Claire and I were there for it. And they are just making sure, because the trouble is when you dip really dark colours, you need to make sure that it's colour set and you don't get too much leaching. So I think they're just putting it through some extra rinsing to make sure, but it is very dark and very mysterious and really fabulous. So fingers crossed we might be able to get our hands on that. And you know what, if we don't get it in this week, it'll be next week. The price will be the same. So on the dips, we're not too panicked. But the Witch's Brew in the DK, you might actually enjoy that. That's really quite dark and mysterious. And then we've actually got another one called, I think, Mystical Garden, I think they called it. Again, I did not name either of those yarns. Can't you tell? But they are awesome. They're coming up. So those are both on DKs. And they'll be, I think, $14.95. So they're fabulous. I just need to get my skates on and get them loaded. What else have I got to tell you? The sale is still going on. Remember, if you are local, do pop in and see us. We're here today, tomorrow, 10 till 3:30. Saturdays, 10 till 1, of course. And then the sale is that code can still be used all the way through until midnight on Sunday night, our time, to get 10% off. I do note that there are a number of you just from the comments from in the Northern Hemisphere. So if you are up in the US and you're buying in US dollars, I happen to actually note on the exchange rate this morning that it has literally fallen off a cliff, and you're actually buying, I think, in US dollars, a Kiwi dollar is only buying something like 0.59 US. So that's quite a significant, it's about another 40% on the exchange rate that you're getting, as well as the 10% we're going to give you at this end. So if you're buying in US dollars, you're going to be getting a really fantastic bargain. So this might be a good time to shop. All right, I'm going to keep moving. Sorry for being late. I will be back again next week. I I was hoping to sneak one more in before the end of the sale finishing, but I have a wedding to go to tomorrow, so I am going to be away doing that. So don't forget, though, I'm going to get newsletters out so you don't miss out on a single thing. All right? So keep yourself safe and dry over the weekend. Get things knitted and stitched, and I will catch you again. Oh, I won't see you on Monday. Long weekend, isn't it? I won't see you on Monday. I will see you on Tuesday. And on Tuesday, I will do those draws for both of those packs. And in fact, I might talk to Fluffy. I might talk to Madam. We might actually extend this. Oh, I'll talk to Claire. You never know. You might even see an extension on the sale until the end of Monday, since we're not going to be here, because that'd be good, wouldn't it? All right. You look after yourselves. I will see you again on Tuesday. Till then, bye.